Hello everyone, hope you're alright. In this video, I'm going to do an other unboxing, but this time these are not plants, these are pots which I ordered online a few days back. They have arrived now, so I thought I would do an unboxing video and I would share with you so you can see what I have got here. So the box is already pretty loose, so let's see what's inside it. So I bought these trio pots. So like these are three pots attached together, and these are stackable pots, terracotta style plastic pots. So they are really lightweight and they are stackable and they are of terracotta look. So there are 12 in here. So they can stack on top of each other. So I thought I would make a tower out of my strawberry plants. I have got lots of strawberry plants from last year. I planted the runners and they are ready to be potted now. So this is how these are. So there are 12 in here, and you can make two towers, like you can put 6 pots on top of each other, so you can make 2 towers, or you can do 4 pots on top of each other and you can do 3 towers. So it's up to you how you would stack them. There are stickers in here which kinda looks quite sticky because they are not coming out of easily. The pots are of durable plastic. They are quite sturdy and they stack on top of each other like this. And they have little slits here, so these slits go on top of the other pots. They don't like they are not like they would stay in place all time long, so they just go on top of each other. They can move and shuffle, but I think when the soil is in them and they are potted with plants and put in one place, they would be all right. But if you are thinking of making a high tower, I would think there will some kind of support should be there to hold them in place, because they are not like they would lock in place. They are just stacking on top of each other. So I'm going to fill them with compost now, and I'm going to do my potting up of strawberry plants. I grew these strawberry plants last year from runners and they are ready to go in the ground or raised beds or planters, whatever way you like. I normally like to do my strawberry plants in pots which I can move around, because we get lots of rain here in our zone in UK, and strawberry fruits can rot quite easily if there is too much rain. So I prefer to do them in pots so I can move them into the greenhouse if it's raining for quite a lot of days, and when it's dry then I can take them out. So there were no holes in the pots. I realized when I put some compost in the pot, I realized there are no holes in there, so I need to dig holes in these pots. I would have been really happy if there were pots already drilled in these pots, but it's not very difficult. You can make holes yourself. These are plastic pots, so you can use a drill, or you can heat up a knife and make a hole with that. So I'm going to drill a couple of holes in these pots before I put soil in these pots, because it's really important to have holes and good drainage in your potted plants, otherwise they can rot. So here you can see I have planted a strawberry plant already in here, and this is looking quite good. I filled these pots with multi-purpose compost, which I use for all my planting and starting seeds, because multi-purpose compost or potting mix is good for your plants if you do them in the planters and pots. If you are going to do them in the garden, you can amend your garden soil with a little bit of compost. And basically I watered the compost really well, so it's nice and wet. And you need to make sure that your compost is loose, nice and wet. It will give your plants a good start. And I'm adding a little bit of fertilizer in each pot. This is fish blood and bone fertilizer, which has 4% nitrogen, 7% phosphorus and 4% potassium. I'm using this one because phosphorus is good for the growth of roots. And you can use any fertilizer which is well balanced, like has equal ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen provides nutrition for the leaves, and phosphorus is good for the growth of root system, and potassium is good for the growth of fruit and overall immunity of plants. So all the nutrients are equally important, but nitrogen can dissolve in water and can leach out. Phosphorus can sit in there and it doesn't leach out as fast as nitrogen. So some people prefer to use a fertilizer with more nitrogen in it. So it's totally your choice what you like to use. I normally use this fertilizer for all my gardening. So I think because strawberry plants need to establish during its first year the good root system, these plants already have got quite good root system. I planted them in these 7-ounce cups last year, and they have been sitting in these pots throughout the winter months, and they are quite root bound, so they are running out of these pots. So I need to put them somewhere. So you can see this has got really nice strong root system already, and it needs to establish a good root system because it will make sure that the plant stays nice and healthy, and it gives me good production of fruit. So I'm just loosening up the roots a little bit so you can ease the roots out a little bit so they grow in all directions. Make sure they are it's not like they are bound together. And I'm making a little hole in the compost and putting my strawberry plant in here. You need to make sure that you plant the this at the soil level which is already in the pot. So don't plant it too deep. The crown of the strawberry plant should stay above the ground, because that's from where all the growth comes out of strawberry plant. All the leaves, flowers and fruit grow out of that crown. So make sure that crown stays above the ground. And strawberry plants have quite shallow root system, so you just need to cover the roots lightly with more compost, and that's all. So it's quite very easy to plant these strawberry plants. This will be the first year of these plants, so I may not get a lot of production out of these plants, but strawberry plants are perennial, which means they come year after year, and once they establish good root system, they give you more and more fruit in coming years. And because these pots are not very big pots, so I won't think these plants can stay in here for much longer. So I will keep them in here for this year, and next year maybe I will put them in my raised bed or in the ground. So I think it will be a good idea to have these plants going in this sort of tower, and it will look good and awesome. And then I can replace them with new plants next year, and I can put these plants in my raised bed. So here you can see all these strawberry plants have been potted up here in these new pots, and they are looking really beautiful. First I did 4 of them, and then I realized they were getting quite heavy, so I thought I would move them outside where I want to put them, and then I did 2 more. So I ended up doing 6 trio pots which has like 18 strawberry plants in them, and they are looking really beautiful. I made sure that I water them really well. It's really important when you transplant your plants or move them into the ground, water them really well for coming days, especially if the weather is dry, so they can establish in their new pots really well. So I think these pots have done the job which I thought I wanted to do with them. They are lightweight, the plastic is sturdy and nice, the shape is nice and beautiful, and they stack on top of each other. They are movable, so if you can move them one by one if you want to do that. And I have done 1 tower of strawberry plants with 6 pots, and I still have got 6 more pots which I may do some flowers in them. So I think these pots really serve the purpose they are designed for. However, I would like them more if they were like could be secured in place, which I think they're kind of shuffly and wobbly, but that's all right, because when they are planted up like this, they have lots of soil in them and they sit on top of each other quite well, so it's not like they are going to be knocked over. They are sturdy over there, but if there had been some sort of thing which could hold them in place, they would have been even nicer, but then might be they won't be visible to be moved around. So I think it's just like how you want to treat them. I think for me they have turned out awesome. I like them as they are looking here, and this is not the final place where they're going to go. I am going to move them in the other side of the gravel area. I have put them here just for temporarily few days, because I'm doing some raised beds in the other side of the gravel area. So I think these pots are quite good, and they are awesome. They serve the purpose which they are designed for. I bought them online, and I have included a link in the description. This is Amazon link. If you are interested in buying the same kind of pots, you can follow the link, so you can buy the pots from Amazon. That link is like I'm Amazon associate, which means I would get a little bit of commission if you use that link to buy these pots at no extra cost to you. So you won't have to pay anything extra. It will be the same price which the seller charges everyone. However, because I'm Amazon associate, I can get a little bit of commission. So I think these pots are really nice and awesome. They do serve the purpose. Strawberry plants are looking really beautiful in these pots, and I think 1 tower of strawberry plants and 1 tower of some other flowering plants would look really good in my backyard in coming days. So let me know in comments, what do you think about these pots? Did you like them? What if you want to buy them, what will you do with them? So I hope you did enjoy watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.